Hi there, it's me, Jada. Welcome back to my channel. Don't adjust your screens. This is my real hair. So it's getting to be summertime. It's starting to get hot, and this is au naturel. So anyway, today is May the 4th, 2017, and it was weigh-in day. And so I wanted to check in and go through how it was and just talk a little bit about food today. So I went in and weighed, and I had dropped 4.5 pounds. I was super, super excited. I thought maybe it was going to be 2 or 3, but I was so happy. And even better, I'm looking at my little Tanita thing. I went down 5 pounds in my fat mass. And so I was super happy. And as I've been going on the journey, this is week 8. So today was week 8 for me, the end of week 8. So one thing I had noticed over the last week, really 2 weeks, even though I think last week I had only lost 2 pounds. But and my fat mass went down 1 pound. But what I have noticed in the last couple of weeks, especially, but this week, is that my clothes, I've noticed, of course, my clothes have gotten bigger, but I've really noticed a change in my body, like really in my stomach. And, so it's starting to look different. So at week 8, that puts me at 34.7 pounds in 8 weeks. I cannot even believe it. It's been just great. I mean, absolutely great. I feel good, and I think it's starting to pay off, and I'm looking better. And so I think when you start thinking that you look better, even if you don't look great yet, that makes a difference in your attitude. And but anyway, I was super happy. I thought this week I had a lot of things going on. I think I talked about I had a catering job for 40 or 45 people for jambalaya, a Cajun jambalaya on Saturday. On Friday, I did a birthday party cake, a unicorn cake and cupcakes. And so it was just busy, and I didn't eat any of those things, but I did have to taste the frosting and taste so I worried, but of course I just barely tasted them. I've gotten to where I'm pretty good about just taking a little snippet of whatever I'm cooking, and that's it. But anyway, it turned out to be a great week. It was a little stressful, but I stuck to my program. I worked out like I was supposed to. One of the things that I wondered if didn't help out a lot too was that I normally I've been doing the treadmill when I went to see my orthopedic surgeon. He had taught for my foot, the ruptured Achilles. As I've gotten better, he encouraged me to do elliptical and the bike and things like that. He said, the treadmill really is the hardest thing on me right now on my Achilles, and so I should do other things. And so last week I did the bike, and this week I've been doing the elliptical, and which I love too. I love them all, but anyway, so I wondered if that didn't help too, even though I didn't burn as many calories because I can't stay on it an hour yet, but I'm doing 25 minutes. It still burns a lot. And so anyway, just kind of switching it up, I'm hoping maybe that made a difference. And so as I continue to do that, hopefully that continues to help me drop it even faster. So that's wonderful. But on the food side, I will say, so this was my first week that I did add in dairy, a little bit of dairy, and I did eat strawberries. So this is my first fruit that I've had in the 8 weeks. I've never added the fruit. And my first 2 weeks, they had just suggested that I not do the like cottage. The only thing I could really have was the string cheese, and none of the other cheeses that were listed there. I don't know what anybody else's program, what they recommend. I guess it's based individually, but that was what they recommended that I not have. So I had stuck with that. But I did buy some cottage cheese about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I bought some Greek yogurt. And was planning on eating it, and I just never did. I just couldn't, I I was just nervous. I didn't want to add anything. And so I have found that over the last week or so, I've been not craving anything crazy, not craving, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry, I want something else, I want to cheat or anything like that. It's just like, I want something different. I love salad and chicken and I could eat it every day, but I'm just kind of wanting something different too. And so I had, this week I did, of course, a lot of chicken. I have eggs and turkey bacon or Canadian bacon for breakfast, or the turkey sausage. Every morning, I have pretty much the same thing, an egg and 2 egg whites, or just 3 egg whites, or whatever, or 4 egg whites. But this week, I made, if you ever get ground chicken breast, and I made a chicken burger out of it. And my husband had regular burger. We really eat Axis meat, not a lot of beef. So he had an Axis burger, which would be perfectly fine to have as well. But I was really wanting this chicken burger. And what I do is I do the chicken burger and I add a little bit of feta cheese, a little, like in one burger, like I did half, it was a pound, and I made 2 burgers out of it. So, and I did about a tablespoon and a half of feta cheese, and about a tablespoon of dried cranberries. And I stir that all in there with a little bit of oregano and cumin and salt and pepper and garlic. So good. It's so, so good. And grilled that, and I had that one day. And then the other thing, of course, like I said, was cottage cheese and strawberries. So, I did a half a cup of cottage cheese, the light 1%, I think it is, and 3 strawberries. And I've always been just a little freaked out about maybe throwing myself out of ketosis, because you never know. Like they say, you won't know until you know that that was too much, or that combination wasn't good, or whatever. So I've always just been a little leery of adding anything. But I have found that after this 7 weeks, that this 8th week, I'd really feeling like, I want something. I don't know what it is. And I had that, and it was wonderful. It was almost like dessert, but yet not really, because I love cottage cheese and fruit. But I did add some of the that sugar-free Jell-O powder. That's one of the things that they say you could put in there. And so I stirred that into the cottage cheese and cut the strawberries up, and it was awesome. So anyway, that was super good. And the other thing that I have really loved is, if you've ever heard of like the muffaletta salad, it comes in a jar, and it's packed in olive oil, and it's like olives and cabbage and carrots and things like that all chopped up, and they put them on muffaletta sandwiches. But I have been using that, a tablespoon. You can have a serving. I've been doing 1 to 2 tablespoons on my salad, and just stirring that up and letting that be the dressing. And if you want, add a little lemon juice to it as well. And that way you get something totally different on your salad. It's a totally different flavor. And I did that and made a shrimp salad out of it one day. So good. The other thing, of course, you can do it with turkey meat, chicken, ground chicken breast, whatever. Beef, you could do it with beef if you're eating beef. I do it with Axis. Again, that's what we eat 90% of the time, 99% of the time, actually. I had Axis meatloaf this week, and that was really great. But make tacos. I make tacos for my husband, and then you can either I do the butter lettuce, or romaine is super sturdy. So I make that up, and it's like lettuce cups or whatever. The romaine, because they're long, they're like a taco shell. So I just did do that, and so it gives me something different and something new. And that's the same thing like the chicken burger that I made with the feta and cranberries. I just did 2 or 3 big leaves of romaine and onion, and just made it like a burger, but just cut it, ate it. You could actually pick it up and eat it if you're using the romaine on top and bottom, but I just cut it up and had it with the vegetables, and it was so good. So I'm starting to figure out more food and more things that fit, and that are good, that I like. And so, and another thing I'm going to try is go back, because I haven't done it since I first started, is to go back and look on the Medi website and look up some of the acute recipes in there. And so I need to go back and look at some of those things, because it could give me some great ideas on how to put some other things together. I'm going to do a cabbage stir fry this weekend, I think, with some maybe grilled squash and either shrimp or maybe pork loin cut up and sauteed a little bit. So anyway, I'm just trying to figure out some good things and good food that kind of continue to fit into this program that I really enjoy. And so I think as I progress on, I want to continue to enjoy food and what I'm doing. And I think the best way for me to do that is find more combinations of things, of food that I can add. And so I'm super excited and everything's going wonderful. And I did, like I said, when I went today, the only thing is I'm so annoyed with myself because it was time for me to get all my vitamins and I walked off and didn't get anything. And the clinic is like 45 minutes to an hour away from my house. So thank goodness my sweet husband has to go downtown San Antonio tomorrow, and he said that he would go by and pick the stuff up for me. So I'm very grateful for that. Anyway, that's really all I have for this week. But I couldn't even believe that it was that great. So I'm super happy and just continuing to be positive, and hopefully if you're watching this, it's helping you. And if you have any questions or if you have any thoughts about the program or anything like that you'd like to share with me that's been, if you're on it and it's been successful for you and helped you, whether it's food or activity or anything, please subscribe to my channel and comment below and just let me know. And I'd love to talk. I've had a couple of people contact me and we've talked back and forth. So it's been great to have other people on board with you, either whether it was inspiring them or getting inspired by them. It's just been really great. So yeah, if you are doing the program or thinking about doing the program and you have questions or have advice for me, please, again, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and that way hopefully we can stay in touch and encourage one another. So until next Thursday, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye.